This is Canon's latest addition to their EOS Rebel line. The SL stands for smallest and lightest, and that is because this is the smallest and lightest DSLR in the world. As you can see, I decided to buy the camera kit, which includes an 18 to 55mm lens, and it retails for $800, but you can also buy the camera body without the lens for $650. As we take a look at the back, you can see some of the system requirements as well as some of the specs of the camera. The SL1, also known as the 100D in Europe, weighs about 13 ounces and it's supposed to be 25% smaller and 28% lighter than the T4i, which is another model of the EOS Rebel lineup. And as we take a look at what's inside the box, you can see that Canon includes a ton of paperwork, as well as 2 instruction booklets, one in Spanish and one in English. And there are also some instructions for the lens as well. There are also 3 CDs that come with the camera, which are electronic instructions and a solution disc for your Windows PC or your Mac. And that is pretty much all the boring stuff. Now let's get into the exciting part of this unboxing. And as you can see, Canon includes their classic strap for the camera. This one is slightly thinner than your usual strap, but that makes sense because it is a smaller camera after all. There is also a wall charger included with the camera, obviously, to charge the battery. And this charger does seem a little bit slimmer than the previous ones. As we take the rest of the stuff out, you can see that there is also a USB cable included to plug in your camera into your computer, obviously. The battery also comes with the camera, and it is somewhat small compared to one of the T4i, but hopefully it won't have a bad battery life. Now let's take a look at the lens. This is the 18 to 55mm lens, which is included with this kit, and it is a slightly newer model. It is a little bit longer than the one Canon used to include with their older models. And one good thing to note is that it does have a stabilizing system. Finally, let's take a look at the body of the SL1, and it is very surprising how light and small this thing is. It's incredible how they could fit so much quality inside this thing. As you can see, it has a very nice finish to it. And one of the first things that caught my eye was the grip of the camera. As you can see, it has a very grippy material. I also noticed that the dials look a lot nicer, and the touchscreen is pretty good too. It is very responsive. And other than that, it has all your standard inputs and buttons. Now this is what the camera looks with the lens. It almost seems as if the lens is bigger than the camera, and really the lens is the only reason for holding the camera with 2 hands.